Hello, hello, welcome to the Looking Glass World. My name is Aradhana Matthews, and today I am answering a question that I've been asked a couple times, which is why don't I like romance? One of the most annoying but also kind of scary things about romance is it's too close to reality. In the sense that, so some people will say, okay, you're reacting too strongly to romance, it's escapism, we know it's not real. Great. If you have that sort of filter, then perfect. There's no problem. But I find that a lot of people look at romance and rom-coms and books and films and start to want that in real life. I personally know people who have expectations that are super unrealistic, that sound a lot like rom-coms that I have seen before, and that's where I think the biggest problem lies. The first thing that I hate about romances is the stereotyping. The number of times I have rolled my eyes or cringed when I saw male characters supposedly educating other male characters about women and what we like. It's just like in the movie Hitch, for example, when Will Smith is going on about this is how you should treat a woman because this is what she likes. Excuse me. Even, boys, things that I hear about, like men, for example, House Bunny, where Anna Faris's character says, "Oh, don't be so smart. Boys don't like smart girls." I am not about to dumb myself down for some boy. And even things like, I think in Father of the Bride, where Steve Martin says he's educating his daughter and being very the concerned father, boys only want one thing. You don't think girls ever just want that one thing? Not all women are some delicate emotional beings who require love and nurture. Sometimes women are in it for the one thing too. And if you go into this thinking I have to be some Romeo, this woman is gonna eat you up and spit you back out. I'm warning you now. You have men, and I have met men who are super emotional and love to be given this whole romantic show. And there are women who hate it. I personally am one of them. Reason number 2, the double standards. I do not like them. And scarily enough, this is probably one of the more realistic aspects of rom-coms, because I see this all the time all around me, which is that women are held to such hypocritical standards by society, or people say things and make assumptions about women all the time, which is horrible. I mean, I don't know why people can't just treat you like a human being and give you that basic benefit of the doubt, but no, you get all of this. For example, that movie What's Your Number, where Anna Faris again is, okay, wait, in her defense, she is a woman with a healthy sexual appetite, so okay, that's different from the kind of woman that the stereotypes typically will give you. But she comes across this article or some nonsense, and her friends are all like, if you sleep with like more than 20 men or something, it's a huge problem. I don't know, but the point is, they had her counting the number of people she slept with as if she is held accountable and her morality is held accountable for that, which I find ridiculous. If men were all like, I slept with 100 women, everybody would go, oh, such a player. Women, not so much. You're like, oh, I'm counting each and every one. I hope I haven't slept with too many people. How is that anyone else's business? Your morality and how good a person you are has nothing to do with your sexuality. You can be, a virgin and hurt people, be malicious, be nasty, be rude, and you can have a healthy sexual appetite and be a lovely, respectful, loving, caring human being. It has nothing to do with your moral values. I think people need to stop linking the two, because usually it's women who take the hit the hardest. I don't like it. And then also things like how a woman's happiness is linked to the presence of a man in her life. It really bothers me when people are, oh, she's not married at this age, poor thing. Why is she poor? Is she financially independent? Yes. She has a great career, she has wonderful friends, she has a family who loves her. Where is she missing in life? Please tell me. But no, rom-coms will have you think if you are single, you are sad. Your life is missing something. Absolute garbage. This is why I have problems with romance. I see this translate in real life, where I see women feel all this pressure. Oh, you're not married by this age, your life is subpar, you're not good enough. And they go and feel pressured to marry somebody who's a horrible human being just so that society is like, oh, good, she's married now, she must be happy. No, you were way happier before you married that guy, but the standards are so messed up that you're valued more as an individual if you've latched on to this monster versus you being perfectly happy on your own. Number 3, pitting women against each other. What is the problem here? I think it's reduced in fairly recent times because obviously we women don't all hate each other, and it's really stupid to depict it like that's the reality. But you see things like My Best Friend's Wedding. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the whole movie because I just couldn't get through it because it was so annoying. This Julia Roberts character is in love with this guy who's getting married. Instead of doing the rational thing and before he got engaged, maybe tell him how you feel. No, I'm gonna wait till the last minute, and when this fiance is being super nice to me, I'm gonna start scheming about how to ruin their relationship. How does that make sense? Several rom-coms have you pitting one girl against the other, calling each other names, putting each other down. It's just not okay, and it's not real. We don't do that. Number 4, you have unrealistic friends. I'm sure you've seen these rom-coms where the friends will go out of their way to make something happen for a couple. I've never seen people do that in real life. My friends would never do that. I mean, if I asked them for help about something, sure, they might help you, but they're not actively in my life 24/7. How is it with so-and-so? Okay, I'm married now, so those questions are not gonna happen, but in the past, I don't like how these friends in rom-coms live to serve the protagonist. I get it, it's a superficial kind of storyline, but it's just a little bit annoying. Anyway, on to the next point. Number 5, childish behavior. I see the most juvenile behavior in romance, the entire genre. For example, in this book here, Red, White and Royal Blue, you have 2 grown-ass adults who can't recognize when they're attracted to each other. I mean, come on. That's some teenage level nonsense that we all grow out of by, I don't know, 15 or 16. You may not like that you're attracted to someone, but you know when you're attracted to someone. And to show you another example, in It Ends With Us, the protagonist Lily, when she falls in love with this guy, goes from like the highest of highs to the lowest of lows in one like swing. She's just like, suddenly the best day of my life, I love this person, he's amazing, same arc, he's horrible, it's a nightmare. And I'm just reading this like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I should probably put a disclaimer here. I have been described as a grandma by several people I know. So I may look youngish, but in my habits, I tend to lean towards older preferences, it seems. But still, I don't know. I do find these a bit trying. Number 6, which I think is a very big problem, which is the excuses rom-coms make for horrible behavior. You have people stalking each other, people being rude and disrespectful to each other, all in the name of future love. I don't think so. And I see this in the real world, this kind of nonsense where all this bad behavior is just okay in the name of romance. In Crazy Stupid Love, you remember that scene? I'll show you here anyway, but Ryan Gosling is teaching Steve Carell, how to pick up women. And these are his words of wisdom.
What's the first thing I do when I go up to a girl? I buy her a drink.
Yes, always. Without fail, you buy her a drink even if she doesn't want one, you insist.
You push drinks on her and don't let her say no? You would think that would fly with me in the real world? I would punch you. But the problem is, oh, he's hot. Oh, he falls in love later and all his actions are excused. Problem. And I tell you, because I've experienced this in real life, men who do all this garbage thinking it will work. And where do you think they picked this up from? You think their parents taught them that? I don't think so. That brings me to the last thing, number 7, which is the cheesiness. I think this is more personal. I know people who do enjoy some of the things that I don't like. So it's not the worst thing, but I don't like it. I don't like this whole giving flowers and making grand gestures. I kid you not, somebody tried to serenade me. It did not end well because I don't like it. And rom-coms tend to make it like it's this blanket thing you're supposed to do when, if you're trying to like get a girl or whatever. It doesn't work. I mean, the basic thing of getting to know somebody, figuring out what they like, and then showing them signs of appreciation is very nice and heartfelt. But not this nonsense. Oh, also, teddy bears. Who gives a grown woman teddy bears as a present? What am I, 8 years old? That's basically it. I've come to the end of my rant of why I don't like romance. These are just some of them. Again, if you enjoy the escapism, you have a healthy attitude towards it, take it all with a pinch of salt, perfectly fine. But having said that, I don't have a problem with all rom-coms. For example, one I enjoyed watching was 13 Going on 30. That was really sweet as a film. I also like films and books that explore love in its truer form, its depth, its complexity, its strength. It's very fascinating to see how different books and movies have looked at this. About Time is a very sweet one. The Shape of Water, wonderful. Call Me by Your Name, brilliant. It's a coming of age, LGBTQ, exploring even, love, sexuality, all of these things that a rom-com strips down into some commercial, soulless crap. Films like this bring out just a much deeper perspective on love, and I really appreciate that. I think that makes for great storytelling, and it's beautiful to see. But that's it. Make sure you subscribe and check out my Instagram and my website if you like short articles every week for a quick read. And that's it. I'll see you next time.